Welcome back to Dragalia Foundry, a fan channel where everything Dragalia Lost can be found. Today I'd like to talk about a potentially controversial topic, Dragalia Lost summoning system and gacha mechanics. The term gacha comes from gachapon, an onomatopoeia which refers to Japanese capsule vending machines, where coins or cash are inserted for random collectible toys or other objects. Gacha games are games with a similar monetization strategy. Despite often being free to play, lucrative characters or items are summoned randomly, loot box style, encouraging players to spend real money on premium in-game currency to pull what they want. Nintendo is no stranger to gacha mechanics and the business success they can provide. Fire Emblem Heroes, which I'm a huge fan of by the way, uses a similar scheme. Cygames 2 operates its own gacha games like Grand Blue Fantasy. So while Dragalia Lost is a free-to-play game, some are concerned with how much it'll really cost to play with their preferred heroes or form a winning team. Even though resources are obtained by playing, the prospect of spending money may warp or tarnish the experience for some. Now, I for one think gacha games sometimes get an overly negative rep, and here's why. The best gacha games are still enjoyable, sometimes even more enjoyable, with limited or no financial investment. Gacha games mirror what's fun about trading card games, one of my favorite genres. The limited and random nature of gacha helps to diversify player experiences and challenges players to think creatively to complete in-game content given their unique constraints. That said, a lot boils down to the actual cost of summoning and chances of pulling desired heroes and items. Nintendo and Cygames are fairly generous with their other gacha titles, so how about Dragalia Lost? Well, the recent Mobile Direct shed some light on how summoning works. First off, players can summon using one of two currencies. Diamantium is a premium paid currency obtained through purchases with real money. Wormite, on the other hand, is a free currency acquired through gameplay, login bonuses, and events. The Direct also showcased the summoning page itself. A summon showcase headlines the page, indicating certain rare heroes with a heightened chance of being summoned. There are 4 characters in the example showcase, with the English Direct showing off Xander, a water swordsman, and the Japanese Direct highlighting Ezzelith, a fire dagger user. A magnifying glass allows players to zoom in for more details. Below the summon showcase are 3 buttons. Appearance rates and showcase info are self-explanatory, containing details on summoning percentages and adventurer stats. But what about first encounters? Is this a story or quest mode to learn about and meet new heroes? Based on what we've seen so far, it's not entirely clear. Below this, there are 4 types of currency. The aforementioned Wormite and Diamantium, as well as single and tenfold summoning tickets, which will likely be distributed as event rewards. At the bottom of the page are 3 more buttons: Daily Deal, Single Summon, and Tenfold Summon. These are also pretty straightforward, but notice the speech bubble on Tenfold Summon. 1 adventurer guaranteed. This is hugely important and reflects a critical piece of news from the Direct. Summoning will not guarantee new heroes. According to the Direct, characters, dragons, and special items are all summoned from the same pool. The Direct lists Wormprints as an example of special items, but also shows weapons being summoned, meaning both are part of the larger multi-gacha system. Because of this, saving for the tenfold summon will likely be the best choice for players looking to expand their hero roster, but we'll have to wait to see what daily deals are before it's 100% clear. So how much does summoning cost? Well, the next screen shown in the Direct provides a clue. Single summons cost 150 Wormite or Diamantium. This suggests tenfold summon should cost no more than 1500 Wormite or Diamantium, but it's possible there may be a slight bulk discount. And how quickly or costly are Wormite and Diamantium to accrue? While the shout page shown in the Direct gets cut off, we can see that Diamantium can at least be purchased at rates of 48 for 99 cents, 193 for $3.99, 484 for $9.99, or 980 for $19.99. These cost about 2 cents per Diamantium, so a tenfold summon should be obtainable for no more than $30. As for Wormite, the Direct showed that it is obtained when leveling up. In this case, 50 when going from level 3 to level 4. A screenshot distributed by Nintendo after the Direct also showed off consecutive login bonuses. In this example, players who log in for 9 days in a row can earn 120 Wormite. This is not counting daily login bonuses, which might themselves be Wormite sometimes. Several types of tickets are also shown as login bonuses, but none of these quite match the single summon or tenfold summon tickets in appearance. A remark at the bottom of the page says that any skip tickets over 30 will be discarded, so perhaps at least some of these tickets are used to skip the wait and restore stamina. And speaking of stamina, that's another important ingredient in the Gacha formula to prevent excessive free-to-play grinding and encourage spending. It looks like Dragalia Lost has two major timer-based systems in place, stamina and multi-points, besides timers being used for building in the Halidom. Players begin with 15 max stamina and 6 multi-points, gaining more per player level. Story maps seen so far consume 5 stamina on normal difficulty. Both gauges can be overfilled though, and it looks like stamina is tied to an explicit timer, while multi-points might restore daily. Multi-points presumably have a role in multiplayer, but other than that, it's not clear what they do. But that's everything I can glean about Dragalia Lost gacha mechanics so far. It looks like there are a ton of systems and currencies in place, with some, like rupees, not even mentioned in this video. I'm hoping the game eases us into managing all of these resources, and when the game launches, I'll be sure to create guides explaining my approach to it all. But what are your thoughts about Gacha and Dragalia Lost? Have you played other Gacha games by Nintendo or Psy Games? Did I miss anything important in this video? And are you planning to be free to play or spend money on this game? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. With that, thank you for watching. I appreciate you checking out the channel, and with multiplayer having such a large role in Dragalia Lost, I hope we can build a community around this game, so I'm grateful for those of you who choose to share and subscribe. Thanks again, and see you next time.